Welcome back to the Home Studio Podcast. Today, I have the honor of sitting down with one of the most unique voices in progressive metal, Tommy Rogers of Between the Buried and Me. For more than 2 decades, Between the Buried and Me have been pushing boundaries with their fearless blend of prog metal and experimentation, and with their brand new record, The Blue Nowhere, they've once again proven why they're one of the most innovative bands in heavy music. Welcome to the Home Studio Podcast, Tommy.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So, we'll dive into the creative process of the new album,
Okay.
and we'll take the time to have some insights from the older works. Looking back, how do you feel your sound has evolved from the first albums?
I mean, just me personally or the band in general?
We can do both.
Yeah, I think all of us we've kind of learned our voice in a way. I think the cool thing about working in a group like ours is you're constantly kind of pushing each other to really step it up each record. And I think over the years we've just kind of as a group really pushed ourselves to like try new things each record and hopefully get better at what we do. And I think because when we write, we don't always write in our own instrument. So a lot of times, say for instance, Dan will write some piano stuff or keyboard stuff that I normally wouldn't write. So he's kind of like pushing me to play in a different way, and vice versa. We're all kind of writing, for different instruments, and I think because of that, we just hopefully like get outside of our comfort zone a lot of times, and you know, our songs just kind of appear out of these weird places. So, but yeah, hopefully we're getting better. But
You
yeah,
soon do.
yeah, I mean, I think as we're getting older, we're just more confident in our decisions and where we want to go with our music. And I don't know, even at this age, I think it's even as fun or more fun than it's ever been, just because we just have the freedom to really always, try whatever we want. And I think we're very lucky to be in a position where, we can really go out to these weird places in our songs and really push our sound. And that's as someone that creates music, that's a blessing for sure.
Do you see each album as a chapter of a long story or as an individuality? This,
I
the
mean, I mean,
yes.
I yeah, I mean, I think every album is a time capsule. You want to capture that moment in time, and even though our music's very dense and at times very technical, like it's very organic. But we've always been really true to ourselves as far as like writing what's naturally coming out of us. We've never been the kind of band that's like, oh, this is popular right now. We should probably start writing music like that at this period. We've always kind of stayed in our own lane and just been 100% genuine to ourselves. And so I think because of that, each record has its own identity because naturally, as human beings, you grow and you change and your taste and the way you write and all these things every few years are always changing. So I think naturally you want to capture that, on
Yeah.
their album. And that's the key for us. I want, especially with this new record, I really wanted to just get that moment, lyrically and vocally. Like I really wanted to capture like, that moment in time and then really start tweaking from there. So that was like a big part of my process.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's super important. And
Can,
even
can,
even with this kind of music.
can you describe a typical workflow of songwriting in the band? It's
Yeah.
it's a part of
Um,
individual songwritings or it's a jam process?
it's individual. I mean, for the last good chunk of records, we mainly write on our like separately from one another. We kind of live, all around, and with technology now, it's a lot of just back and forth sending. Like this last record, we set up a Slack account, which is like, and we dedicated that just to songs in this record, and it really kept everything organized. Because for us in the past, when you keep everything in like text messages or email, it gets very cluttered. So we wanted a dedicated space for where this record lived. And, honestly, when we start writing, we slowly start kind of sending ideas just to kind of see where everybody's heads are. And, from there, it's like everybody starts diving in. Some people, depending where we all are, somebody will send like I know Dan had like Things We Tell Ourselves in the Dark almost done. Like that was one of the first demos he sent for that track. And you know, some of us send like 2 minute sections, maybe even like a couple riffs, maybe big chunks of songs. You know, and then from there it's kind of you're kind of seeing where everybody's naturally kind of writing, you know, where these sounds are going. And then from there it's just kind of like I don't know, it's really tough to explain how it works, but it's just all hands on deck and we're all kind of working at all times. Sometimes some people are working on this song, other people are working on this song. You know, sometimes, you know, I'll send a 2 minute idea and I won't even think about it. And then like a week and a half later, someone will send something back that's like that section, but evolved into something way different. So it's a lot of like simple ideas blossoming into big ideas. And we all kind of do that like with each other's music. And then eventually you're kind of starting to form these songs and sometimes suites of songs and you're like, okay, this, you know, you start kind of placing where you want them in the record. And yeah, I mean, it's that's kind of the short version, but it always changes and always through the years, kind of depending on the song, depending on the record, it can change. But overall, that's kind of the workflow.
How can you maintain the balance between such many elements of music, jazz, fusion, progressive rock, progressive metal?
Yeah.
Do you have in the band the musical theory knowledge to bring it all together, or is it something that comes naturally?
It's both. I mean, there's definitely like we're not the kind of band that's like, okay, we need a jazz part here. We need, you know, we need to have a bluegrass part. That would be crazy. You know, for us, it's just it's all part of that writing process. It's something you hear. You know, if you're in the middle of writing something, it's like, you know, maybe I wrote a riff that has like a little chunk in it that inspires someone to like, you know, to them they hear it's like, oh, that melody would work really good with flamenco guitar or something like that. Like it's just these things kind of pop out and we kind of always, if we have some crazy idea with something, we always present it to each other because that's the freedom in this band is there's never like, oh, I don't know, man, that's not going to work. For us, it's all about the song. Like if it sounds good, if it feels good, you know, it's going to work. But sometimes things don't work, and that's something that we've gotten really good at with as well.
What
But
about, yeah, okay, then please continue.
no, go ahead.
Uh, what about your equipment, your gear?
Yeah. As far as writing, the funny thing is we all use different dolls, so
Mm.
it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, I know that.
Like yeah, like I'm a Logic guy, Dan's a Reason guy. Paul primarily writes on Guitar Pro. Blake is Pro Tools, I think. Pro Tools or
Cubase.
Reaper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Pro Tools or Reaper, and Blake actually does this. He's got this cool program where you can put MIDI, basically this guitar program where he can take MIDI and put it into guitar, and he sometimes he'll like write riffs through this program he uses, and then we kind of dissect his riffs and change it a little bit here and there, and it's like he's really good at like really kind of gluing songs together and transitions and making things really work together and helping with the overall flow. I can see you in the mirror. There's Paul.
Hi, hi from Greece. Greetings from Greece.
He can't hear you, but he's from Greece.
Greece.
Yeah, right right around the corner. Yeah, the movie Grease. Yeah, he's in the movie Grease.
You have to come
Um,
here someday soon.
I know we do. We really
Uh,
do.
we really love progressive rock and metal here. We really
Cool.
adore Dream Theater, Leprous. So
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully get out there.
Yeah. So what
But
about your mics or keyboards or something like that that the audience would like to know?
yeah, me. I mean, me. I stick with my core Nautilus when writing, and also like a shitload of plugins. You know, I love to like kind of dive in as we've gotten older, we've really gotten into sound design, and I think you can kind of hear that on the record. We really love like the intricate stuff going on behind the scenes of the songs. So yeah, a lot of studio trickery there, but I, you know, that my Korg is like I try to write with that when I work. I know Dan, he writes keyboard stuff within Reason. Um, I know this album he used a lot of like 90s and 80s synths for a lot of the stuff he worked on. Paul, I mean, with writing, he's using his Ibanez signature. Blake, I think most of the stuff when we're in demo mode, he programs most of it, and then obviously when we start tracking, he translates that over to a real set. And I record demos at home. I use Audix mics, and I just have a simple Focusrite, you know,
Audio interface.
yeah, auto interface, and I actually record my demos in my car, which I
Mm.
think is pretty
Really?
pretty interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
So it's just I don't know, like I don't have a super big place, and I have neighbors, and I in the past I've because when I'm writing and demoing, you're trying a lot of shit. You're trying a lot of things that don't work at all and might be ridiculous
Yeah.
sounding. So I like to kind of be in a space where I'm not in the back of the head not thinking about like, oh, is somebody hearing me,
Mm.
or is my wife in the other room judging me like what the hell are you doing? But yeah, so yeah, it's pretty simple, man. Like, and I mean, we all like Dan has a bunch of guitars. I have a bunch of guitars. So we have a lot of gear at our disposal. I can't say the words, but yeah, over the years, we've acquired a lot. But I like to keep it simple. Even like I remember this record Dan had like this really cool synth pack he was like getting into it, and he was like, "You should get this," and I was just like, "Man, I have too much." I'm like, for me, it's like I want less. I'm like at my capacity with the options.
Yeah.
Like I get definitely exhausted with like too many options. So
Mm.
I like to keep it simple.
How do you maintain your vocal health even during
Hmm.
the tours?
Yeah. I mean, it's as simple as I'm like kind of a neat freak on tour. I mean, I kind of am in general, but like on tour, just always washing my hands. Always like water is super important to me. I drink like a ridiculous amount of water. I learned years ago that like I didn't realize how important water was for my voice. Like I remember one night I like drank a lot of water, had a great night. Next night I kind of slacked on it and I had a terrible night and I was like, what is going on? And it was literally just because I didn't drink enough water. And then from then I'm like, I have a rule: my pee has to be clear before I get on stage. It's like I have to super hydrated. I don't know, like yeah, just not getting sick is the key. Unfortunately, when I do get sick, it's tough to sing. I've toured with singers that like Einar from Leprous, Devin Townsend. Those guys are freaking assholes, and they some they somehow get sick and they still sound perfect. And I'm just like, dude, what the hell, man? Must be nice. But
Lucky bastards.
I unfortunately don't know that trick. So yeah, for me it's just really staying healthy, eating pretty well, trying to get good sleep, all those generic things. I warm up for about 10-15 minutes,
Mm.
about 45 minutes before our set starts. For me it's just trying to get in the zone. I like to sit in quiet for a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Yeah,
Mm. Mm.
tease every once in a while, depending on if I push too hard one night. But yeah, it's tough. Like our European tour earlier this year. It was 3 weeks and we only had 2 days off, and one of those days was a video shoot. So it was like, I had to really, and that was a lot of festivals. You have dirt and debris and all that stuff on stage. So, but yeah, I'm slowly figuring it out as I go. But it's tough to kind of keep your voice healthy
Have you
when you play.
have you ever had vocal lessons?
I did. No, not really.
Mm.
I About a decade ago, I went to a lady in New York to kind of just because I grew up in the hardcore scene, so it was I learned how to play guitar, I learned how to play drums, like all these things, just kind of like figuring it out. That was my school, was just figuring things out, and I was in a band in high school, and you just get in a room and you start screaming, and just whatever feels right feels right. And over the years, I kind of just learned like, okay, this feels okay and this doesn't feel okay. And as I've been touring pretty nonstop since I was, I don't know, 20. So I kind of had to figure it out to make it to work every night. But yeah, I mean, about a decade ago, I went to a lady just to see. I don't know. I kind of wanted to learn some tips, and because I didn't know how any of it worked. I just kind of felt it, and it was cool. But I didn't. I don't know. I didn't like 100% connect with it, so I didn't go back or do anything. But there are times that I don't know. I wish I had more formal training, but I do. I mean, during honestly, like the last couple of records, while I'm writing and stuff, I get. I mean, I get on YouTube and I watch vocal videos,
Hmm.
and I like all these things. For me, it's not like I'm 44 years old. I don't know it all. I don't want to act like I know it all. Like I still want to learn things, and my favorite thing is finding new voices. I think you could probably tell like the last few records, I like try a lot of new things, and I'm trying to kind of like get outside of my comfort zone and find new ways to sing. So yeah, I would love to like. I wish I had somebody locally that like I could go to and work with, because it's fun to me to kind of to learn new things and just talk vocals. I think a lot of vocalists don't really talk about vocals
Yeah.
much. It's not like drummers or guitarists where you're on tour and you talk to one another about the instrument. So it's fun when you randomly find somebody you can kind of chat with about all the weird shit we do. So
We have the same exact age, Tommy.
oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So we share some inspirations back in the days.
yeah.
Ladwire mentioned that it's your first album with a lineup change, with a different number of members.
In a while, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We had a bunch in the early days, but yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This is the
With
yeah,
a different number of members.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
does this play any role in the songwriting or the live performances?
No, well, live's the same. We have a guy with us. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, BTBAM can't work with one
Hmm.
guitar, but I mean, like writing is, it's what we've always done. Like I said, we all write. Guitar is not like we're not writing for one guitarist, and yeah, the writing process was. I mean, I would say this record, the writing and recording it was like there was no hiccups. It was crazy. Everything
Mhm.
went so smooth, and I mean, then it normally does go very smooth, but like this one it was wild. Everything just there was a lot of magic involved, and it felt really good all around.
Is there any concept behind the new album, The Blue Nowhere?
Yeah, I mean, it's for me. I wanted to create a space. I've been wanting to write about a hotel for a long time,
Mm.
and kind of this place that's ever changing and kind of. I just wanted to have a place where the song lives, and very very early on in the writing stage, every song felt like it was kind of in its own space. And I was like, okay, this is the record that I need to kind of bring this concept to life. And I basically started with that simple concept. And then eventually it just became this like passageway into the human experience and all its chaos and bizarreness and violence and happiness and all these things. And it's all about just kind of the search for like finding purpose and finding happiness and all these things that I think each person is really trying to achieve. And it's all just about getting to that place. And the album, in a way, it's like this bizarre journey into finding that. And then by the time you get to the Blue Nowhere and
Mm.
Beautifully Human, the character kind of gets to that place they've been looking for. So even though I don't think that place actually exists, we're always kind of searching for something that doesn't exist. We're always trying to like reach for more when a lot of times we have exactly what we need. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the simplified version of it. But yeah, I just wanted to create this kind of bizarre space where these songs could live and would give me the freedom to really, lyrically just kind of have like these real abstract images that came to me for these songs and really kind of get in the moment in each song and kind of live in this place that I'm trying to create. So that was kind of the goal.
Will we have a second part, as you
I don't know.
sometimes did?
Probably not. Probably not. No, I don't know. But I mean, who knows?
Who
Sometimes,
knows?
I mean, a lot of times I connect things down the line that I never planned on. But sometimes I do that within songs. Like, yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Let's go to 2 rounds of music dilemmas. Are you okay?
Okay. Yeah,
So
yeah, sure.
let's go with prog and metal voices at first.
Okay.
Mike Patton or David Townsend?
God, that's
Yes, I know that will be difficult.
yeah. I mean, they're both phenomenal. I mean,
I know that.
Patton is like one of my all times. Devin's one of my all. I mean, I both have been listening to both of them since I was a teenager. Um, I mean,
You have to choose
that's
one.
it's literally unfair. They're both just phenomenal. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I mean, I would have to go Patton. Sorry,
Okay.
Devin. Devin's one of my like favorite people in the whole world, and I adore his voice. You're you're mean. This interview is taking a turn.
I kept it. I kept it for the outro in order to like me at first. So Mike
Now you're putting
Patton,
your horns on.
Mike Patton, or Michael Ackerfeld of Opeth.
Oh, I mean, I love Michael as well, but Patton's probably gonna win this. Like he's one of the greats, you know.
Okay,
So
Patton
yeah,
or James Labrie of Dream Theater.
Patton for sure.
Patton
Yes,
or Mr. Tankian of System of a Down.
Patton,
Patton,
definitely.
okay, or Corey Taylor, Slipknot.
Patton.
Oh,
You should have put Patton at the end
I didn't
because
know. I
the
didn't
first
know.
the first one was too unfair.
Okay.
You should have done Devin Townsend verse, you know, and that would have been easier.
How
But
could I
you
know? How could I know? So, Mike Patton, or
yeah.
Hansi Kurs of Blind Guardian.
Oh, Patton.
Mike Patton,
But I did see I just saw Blind Guardian at a fest. I've never seen them. They were awesome.
really?
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
I mean, I used to listen to them a little bit in my 20s, but yeah, it was cool to see him.
We
Good
have the
singer.
same
Yeah, very
age.
good singer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good
So,
singer.
Mike Patton or Ronnie James Dio?
I mean, Patton. I
Oh,
mean,
Patton.
Dio's a legend, but I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
And the final, Mike Patton or Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden?
I mean, Dick it's just such a different vocal style, but
Of
I mean,
course.
I'm gonna go with Patton. I
Patton is the
mean,
winner.
yeah, he's the winner. I mean, Dickinson's a freaking legend, and the fact that he does what he does at his age.
Let's go
But
to the second round with
okay,
bands. Okay.
okay,
And you have to do it snapshots, very quick,
okay,
just to see the
okay.
reaction. So,
You're
Dream Theater or Opeth?
Opeth,
Opeth or Meshuggah?
Opeth,
Opeth or Gojira?
Opeth.
Opeth or Metallica?
I mean, that's so
Yes.
different. I mean, I just did an interview like this recently, and it's funny. Opeth was a big one for that one too. I mean, I'm basing it off a scale of the full catalog, and Metallica have so much bad stuff on their catalog. I'm doing another. They're pinning me against bands again. I'm getting
you do another one of them?
I'm getting pinned against bands.
Find out who he played in Greece.
I mean, Metallica have a lot of bad records, but they have some classics. But Opeth versus Metallica. I mean, what?
Yes, I know. It's mashup.
You made the
If you're going for if you're going for catalog, I'm gonna have to go with Opeth because
Okay.
Metallica have some.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Opeth or Priest? It's a mashup, this or that.
Oh, Opeth.
Opeth
Pri-
or Deep
Go ahead.
Purple?
Deep Purple.
you love him.
Yeah, but the thing that's what's funny. This is the second interview where like I love Opeth, but I don't really listen to a lot of Opeth. It's just they're pinning them against bands that I think. Yeah, okay, sorry. Paul and I are just talking now.
Opeth
I
or Deep
mean,
Purple?
I listen to Opeth more than Deep Purple.
Okay.
Deep Purple, they rule, but yeah,
Opeth or King Crimson?
I enjoy listening to Opeth more than Crimson. I mean, Crimson have some great records, but I don't listen to them a lot.
Opeth or Porcupine Tree?
Oh, I love Porcupine Tree is sick. But I'm going full catalog. There's a lot of Porcupine Tree records that I don't really connect with, so I'll go with Opeth.
Opeth or Queens of the Stone Age?
Wow, that's so different.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like,
a mashup,
I mean,
this or that. It's
yeah, but that's different genres. I mean, I don't
but
know.
you enjoy the most.
I probably listen to Queens maybe more.
Okay.
That's tough. I don't know. I'll just say Queens just to switch it up.
Okay, and let's go to the final one, Queens of the Stone Age or Soundgarden.
Oh, Soundgarden.
Okay, so we have a winner.
Soundgarden beat every band you said so far.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
So
Fuck
I
yeah.
totally did it now.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Soundgarden.
did it at the end.
Aside from the first record, so the rest of the records are flawless. I love. Oh,
Cornell
and that would be
of course
that would be a tough one. Patton versus Cornell.
Oh, so Patton or Cornell?
Yeah. I can't even answer that. I mean, it's so different. I don't know. It's like I don't know.
Tommy?
Yeah, it's too different. But they're both. I mean, I adore Cornell.
Okay, yeah. Tommy, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hope I can catch you someday soon here in
Greece. Yeah, same here. Hopefully we get over there. So awesome.
Thank you very much. Have a great
one. Have a good one.
And congrats for the new album.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Have
Bye,
a good one.
Bye.